Welcome to selfdiscoverymedia.com, where we discover the communities that are making a difference in the lives of others. Our self-discovery is something we are all making on our life's journey. Here you will find the people that will be your guidance, that will be your inspiration, that will be there for you in support on your journey of life. Do enjoy. Our next show is... Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverymedia.com. I'm your host, Sarah Troy. Thank you. Gratitude. We have a lot to be thankful for, don't we? For us, here in Canada, our Thanksgiving is coming up this week. And for some of us, or some people, are not going to be able to get together, because they don't want people traveling and they don't want people close together because of COVID, cases are rising again and they want to keep those numbers down. But it's very, very hard for some people to look at. I can't be with family. I can't see my loved ones. I can't do this and I can't do that. And to be upset about it, and that's okay, be upset about it, but also be thankful. Be thankful that they're safe. Be thankful that you have the opportunity to keep everyone safe. Be thankful that you have Zoom or Skype or phones where you can call each other. I know it's not the same, but how about everybody cooks a meal and you can sit down in front of your Zoom at the table and still have dinner together? There are ways of doing this. It's just a question of being innovative. We're at a time in the world at a crossroads where we're focusing a lot on what we don't have or what's being taken away from us. Freedom, liberty, dignity, jobs, health, family. And it's very hard when you've lost something to kind of focus on what have you gained or what do you still have. But we need to step into that gratitude of what we do still have. And if we're still able, well, we may have lost a job, but we can go into something else. There are many, many, many ways of being creative where people have been innovative, creating their own work. Or there are many new companies coming up, dealing with this in a different way. It's just a question of not getting stuck in the loss, but looking at what the gain could be. When a door closes, a window opens, or maybe it's a French door that opens. A lot of it is to do with our attitude. Are we prepared to kind of cut the losses, to go, okay, that's the end of that chapter. I can no longer walk that path. But all that I am and all that I've learned and all that I can do, I can bring to another table. I can go through another door with it. And yes, you may have to learn a new dance of tip-tap, toe, going through these new doors, doing it safely, doing it more online. But it's just another challenge. It's just another redirect. It's just another opportunity that can lead you somewhere and be creative. So how we look at something, if we look at it in gratitude, if we're thankful for that opportunity, then we are going to be able to see ourselves walk through those doors without being trapped in the closed door. I'm very thankful that I'm here in Canada. Our cases are high, but nowhere near as high as elsewhere in the world. Our government has been very supportive. Yes, we're going to go into further lockdowns. Yes, we're going to be probably facing almost worse cases in the fall, because we're not going to know, is it flu, is it COVID, is it pneumonia? And, people are going more indoors now and not be able to be outside. So yes, we're facing that. But let us be grateful for the fact that we have information and that we can listen to our doctors and our scientists and that we can follow their advice and that we have each other that are supporting us. And let us not get caught up in the hopelessness of it, but in that this too will pass. And the more we come together and comply, the more we come together in common sense and sensibility, the faster we're going to get through this. We will look back on it, 2020 and early parts of 21, were difficult times. But how did you rise up through it? Who did you become because of it? What redirection did you have because of it? What ways did you reach out to other people because you couldn't be with them physically? It's all about looking at things from a different angle. Now, my birthday is this week, today, in actual fact, October 6th. And I'm the big 66. And I'm very grateful that I am going to be with most of my family this weekend. My oldest daughter's still in Toronto. Pray she gets back soon before they do a lockdown there. And I'm going to be with my family, and we're going to be celebrating my birthday, my son's birthday, and Thanksgiving all together. And just us being all together, I'm extremely grateful for, because I know not everybody is going to be able to do that. And I'm very grateful that we are. But we're very sensible, and we're very cautious, and we're very mindful. But at the same time, we're very upbeat and keep ourselves in a higher vibration, because that keeps your immune system strong. On my birthday, I'm going out with my landlady and a couple of her relatives who've become friends, and we're just going to have a nice evening out, and I'm very grateful for the fact that I can do that. So can we have the big parties? Can we have the big gatherings of Thanksgiving? No. Are you going to be able to do it this year, America? No. And the thing is this is part of the sacrifice that we have to make right now in order for the well-being of others, of ourselves. I know it's hard times. I haven't been earning any money through this. I've been doing free shows instead of charging, because I know most of the people that I interview are solopreneurs themselves and are struggling themselves to make ends meet. So I don't want to add to their burden. We all have to make some adjustments, but this, as I've said in previous shows, it's a time to reflect, review, and renew. Do I need all of that? Do I need to go back into that rut? Do I need to do 2 hours a day on the road? Can I just go into the office when I need to? And can I work from home? And we're all looking at creating new space. This is my new office space where we are, this is our arena now. This is the way we're doing it. And be grateful for the fact that we do have this, because imagine if we didn't have Zoom or Skype or any of these other mediums to talk with each other or do business with each other. That it was the olden days where there was no news or there wasn't a way of communicating with loved ones. Let's be grateful that we do have this. So our Thanksgiving is giving thanks for what we do have and not moaning about what we don't. Would we all like things to be different? Yes. Would we like our politics to be different? Oh boy, yes. Would we like this discord and this hate mongering and this clamoring for war, internal war, to be non-existent? Yes. But sometimes some things are in flow for a reason. And we have to understand there is a group, especially in America, that we get it here in Canada and it's elsewhere in the world as well, where white people are very afraid of people of color. And they've been told they're coming to take your jobs, they're going to take your life, they're rapists, they're this, they're that, and it's just simply not true. Your 1 or 2% that are the criminals, they come in all colors, folks, all colors. Your other percentage of people are just trying to make a living, provide for their families, do something in life to be proud of and feel they're contributing, and to get some joy out of life. That's what we're trying to do, no matter what the color is. So this division that's being stirred up right now, irresponsibly, that's leading to hate and death and will lead to a civil war in America, is something that we can't tolerate. But you just may not be able to avoid it, because the rate things are going, it will come to a head. So at that time, it's more and more to be reliant on each other for groceries, for support, to check on your loved ones, to communicate this way and reassure people, because many people are going to be too scared to go out. And I understand that. So be thankful again that you have this medium, and understand that everything that comes up to that surface, everything that comes up, bubbling up to the surface, is just revealing what's wrong. And it's an invitation for us to go and put what is right. Racism is not right. I'm a white woman, blue eyes, fair skin, used to have blonde hair, now gray. I've had privilege for being a white woman. I lived in South Africa. That set me apart. I used to get into trouble because I talked to black people and I treated them differently, and I would get into trouble for it. But I couldn't do anything else but treat them as human beings. I'm here in Canada. I married a Chinese guy. For me, I do not see the color or the race. It's for me, it's character, the vibration of who that person is. Um, so black, white, whatever the color is, it doesn't make any difference to me, except for that's the heritage or the culture that they're bringing. And if we look at ourselves as a colorless world, but respect each other's color as the ancestry, some good, some bad ancestry, this isn't a him a hate on white people. This has got to stop being a hate on black people or brown people or oriental people. It's just got to stop being a hate fest, full stop. And it's time that should be thankful for that we all have opportunities, because white person, if a person of color is taking your job, it means they actually had to fight damn sight harder to get that job than you have. And they're qualified to do so, and they're far more willing to work hard for it, where maybe you're not. So don't look to what they're doing and taking away from you. Look to it being an invitation to step up and be indispensable. So nobody will want to fire you or replace you, right? So there's a lot to be thankful for. And I know at this Thanksgiving, I'm going to be extremely thankful that I have my family. Extremely thankful that I can do the work that I do here on Self-Discovery Media, interviewing people with skills, with tools, with knowledge that are helping everybody navigate through these times. I'm very grateful for where I'm living and who I'm living with. I'm very grateful for the few good friends that I have that are truly true. And very grateful for the support that I get online from colleagues and listeners, and for the work and the support that I get to do in my work. So if we stepped more into gratitude and became thankful for what we do have, what we can do within this challenge, then I think that we would see things differently. We'd see a different light. And that light will show us the way and how to walk forward. But it is a question of what do we feed? How are we going to do this? So I'm very thankful. Despite everything that I have wrong with me, or even this financial situation that I'm in, I'm still very thankful that I have what I have and that I'm still able to do what I do. So don't worry about the tomorrows, because whatever you do today is seeding and watering for tomorrow. And if you nurture today, that nurturing will go across to tomorrow. So yes, I get doubtful sometimes. You know, I had a whole plan for this year of expansion and bringing you a great deal more things, and had to put that on hold. And it's not the end of it. It's the dream is on pause. And it just means I've had to do other things in the meantime, like getting out these shows every week of wisdom, of inspiration, of encouragement, of skills, of tools, of joy, um, of necessity. And that's been great. So what are you thankful for? I know you want to get out there. I know you're tired of being locked down. I know you don't want to wear a mask. I know that you're worried about your job. I know that all of these things, dating. I'm single too. Dating is nondescript right now. Though, however, if you do meet people online, you're having this lovely conversation with them online, you can really get to know each other from a deeper level before you actually meet physically. So there is, again, is another advantage. We have to look at, this is what we can't do. However, this is what we can do. So let's focus on what we can do and see where that takes us, because then we are prepared for whatever growth or expansion is there. We're prepared for the doors that open later for this new world that we are going to be stepping into, because we sure know that we can't go back to the old norm. The old norm was very destructive for everybody. We have to step into a new way of living. And that new way of living is most certainly collaboration, kindness, caring, compassion, cohesiveness, and love, self-love, love of who we are, what we do, and of our fellow man. Yes, we can disagree with people's choices, but the moment we start feeding hate, it eats away at us. So let's have gratitude and be thankful for what we do have. Right now, take a list. Write in a column of everything you've had to sacrifice at the present moment. Then write in another column of everything you're thankful for. Really write that out, every single little thing you're thankful for. And when you look at the other column of everything you maybe have to have had go on pause or give up right now, it's okay. You haven't lost a limb. You're over on the other side. Look what you're grateful for. Focus on what you're grateful for. Nurture that. Water that. And let that grow, because it will feed you in the long run. So our Canadian Thanksgiving is the October 12th. And so this coming weekend. And I know that, in America it's the 25th, or the closest to whatever that Thursday is. And certain parts of America will be very much on lockdown and will not be able to have the normal Thanksgiving that they do have. And it's find other ways. Find other ways. As I said, you could all have food in front of you. You could all be sitting around together on your own computers and still be together talking with one another while you're eating, right? There's still ways to do it. Just don't get depressed and go, I can't do this, I'm miserable. Yeah, it's frustrating, I know. But what can you do? What can you do? Because in the end, it's being grateful for each other. And if you haven't lost anyone, be grateful for that. If you haven't got anyone in a nursing home, be grateful for that. If you still have a roof over your head, be grateful for that. If you still have ability to earn a living, be grateful for that. If you've been laid off and you're having to redirect, be grateful for the fact that you have skills and knowledge that you can redirect into something. Be grateful for what you do have, because you'll find that gratitude will lift you up, will feed you more, and the more gratitude you live in, the more opportunities you will see. So for this Thanksgiving, I give thanks to the fact that I can be with my family. I give thanks to the fact that I can do this job. I give thanks to the fact of all the wonderful people that have come and shared their wisdom here in selfdiscoverymedia.com. I give thanks to my wonderful friends that have always been there for me. I give thanks for where I'm living. And I give thanks for the fact that I still have mobility. And if we're thankful for what we have, then that gratitude carries us forward. So please write a list of everything you're thankful for and concentrate and nurture and feed that list. And for all the things you're having to give up right now, you'll be able to let that go. Okay? So to all my fellow Canadians, happy Thanksgiving. To all fellow Librans, happy birthday. And to all of you, may you see what to be thankful for and concentrate on that and let it set you free. So until next week, bye for now. We hope you enjoyed the show. We look forward to bringing you more shows. please go to selfdiscoverymedia.com/shows and you will see the incredible lineup of genres and shows that we have for you. We are here to make a difference in your life. Thank you for listening.